In this lesson, we're gonna share with you the choices we made as visual learning designer while building this MOOC. This mainly technical view questions every aspect of the production in light of the principle of openness and the prospect of enabling others to reuse and adapt this complex artifact. An optimal way to convey the right stream of information through a video lesson is to provide media that aggregates filmed content and graphical contribution, such as text, schemes, illustration, and pictures. That's what we aimed at when designing a video lesson for a MOOC at Polimi. Each project can then move on and adopt different solutions to specific objectives and bonds, and so does this one. Let's start from the choice of the software to create videos. We use proprietary high-level software on a daily basis, but the objective of providing an entirely editable and adaptable MOOC guided us to OpenShot Video Editor by OpenShot Studio, an open-source video editing software with a simple interface and low power requirements. This software also has a solid supportive community ready to respond quickly to any question. The decision of which software to use cascades the rest of the process. In our case, for example, OpenShot does not have a built-in graphic editor, so every part of the graphic was made in a third software. The software, however, supports many formats of video and files images. The solution we came up with was to develop the whole graphic in a presentation software. This solution makes it even simple to edit text, images, and colors for many who are not video editing experts or are unfamiliar with OpenShot. For example, a translator or a copywriter could work directly on the source file, while a video editor would not make any. The software choice fell to LibreOffice, a software suite developed in 2010 by the Document Foundation. It adopts open document formats natively and is, of course, available for free. Also, LibreOffice Impress allows the collection of various input files format, so that anyone who is not an expert can insert various types of multimedia without having to convert or adapt them. The strategy we devised was to develop a coherent graphic language, providing a template with guidelines that could adapt to nearly every scenario we would have encountered. This also means we created a modular graphic that would be arranged in a specific way for the development of this MOOC, but could also be easily understood and, partially or entirely, changed by everyone in the future. Then we shared the template with a content expert and developed every specific view. This allows us to follow the graphic development from the content expert point of view and our own as visual designers. The way we planned each slide was based on the space occupied by the lecturer, which changed accordingly to the graphic content's importance, complexity, and readability, but was also influenced by the ongoing speech. We therefore designed different solutions and established a hierarchy of titles and colors. Talking about the colors, we established a palette of 3 hues with the additional use of black and white. The 3 colors, 1 for the background and 2 in support of standout contents, were chosen according to the tone we want the MOOC to have, but also their contrast and readability. While colors are free to everyone, we cannot say the same about letters. We choose an open license font distributed with the SIL Open Font License. This font, named Space Grotesque, comes in 5 weights and supports 520 languages, which is a great plus for a future translation. Up to this point, we have laid out the visual foundation and technical constraints necessary for producing each video in the series. The next step after this pre-production phase will be recording and editing, which will again involve all the actors in this project firsthand.